So here's my first video of a car I just picked up. This is a real treat. I'm actually just now coming up on a 70 mile per hour area. I'm gonna bump up the cruise speed. We got some people coming over. I'm gonna get over here. So anyway, this is a 1993 Chevy Caprice Classic Wagon. And as you can see, it's got 68,000 original miles on it. I'm going to do more videos on this, but just wanted to capture my initial drive. This thing is, the guy I bought it from said it's a once-in-a-lifetime car, and it really is. It drives like new. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is so much better than the Buick Roadmaster Estate wagon that I had, for several reasons. I mean, the condition overall is so much better. The drive is much better. And this one, being a 93, has the I think it's the Corvette engine. What do they call it? LT1 or something like that. This one doesn't have any error lights on it. It's got a little bit of rust in the back quarter panel, but it looked like it had been bumped and repaired there, so that's probably why that happens. But it has none of the rust like what was on my Buick. And this one, it's so quiet and so smooth. The air works, the cruise works. The window is a little iffy, because he said if you lower it all the way without catching it, you won't be able to get it back up. He thinks it's a switch issue. But yeah, I basically just bought it, and now I'm driving it home. 2 hours. I mean, it was just so nice that I can figure I can make it home with no problem. I'm sure it'll be just fine. And even though, so the story behind this car, as I understand it, the guy I bought it from bought it with the intent of it being his forever car. And his situation changed. Apparently he has a daughter that is a lawyer, and she was asked to open up an office in South Africa, I believe. And she asked him to stay in her apartment up in Chicago. So he didn't want to leave this car on the streets of Chicago. And so he decided to sell it. When he listed it for sale, he said he got 100 calls, as did the person that he bought it from. And apparently there were some people who made him offers actually more than what he sold it to me for, and after I left him a deposit, and told him to tell me to just don't bother coming back, they'll give him more money. But the guy had so much integrity that he sold it to me at the agreed upon price. So it was just a sweet deal all around. I'm very thrilled with this car. You can see a little dent on the hood there, but it's white with the wood trim. I'll do more videos, I think I said that already. And unlike my Buick, the button on the glove compartment is intact. But I've actually always liked the Caprices better than the Buicks anyway. So this really actually is the one I wanted all along. well, at the time I bought my Buick, I paid for the Buick. I paid $4,250. I put $2,000 in it, and I sold it for $6,000 on Hemmings auction, which actually doesn't seem like a very good site, but it got rejected from Bring a Trailer, and it got rejected from Cars and Bids, and I think that's due to a combination of the miles and the rough around the edges of my Roadmaster. Pretty confident that when it does come time for me to sell this one, that Bring a Trailer will probably accept it. But you know, that remains to be seen. This is so nice to drive, and I think it's going to be way more reliable than my Roadmaster was, because that thing left me stranded. Was it twice? Yeah, at one point I was driving it and lost a coolant hose, and at another point the brakes started locking up because I guess it needed new brake hoses or whatever. This one doesn't appear to have any issues like that. I mean, I'm cruising 75 on the highway so far with no issues. I see something there as for the oil change. I guess it's supposedly not due until 70,000. 3523, I think that's what that says. So yeah, this is just my inaugural drive in this wonderful car. I just love it. It's gorgeous and it's fantastic. All right, more to come.